Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Stacey. Today in this video we will be doing my very basic makeup routine. Just moisturizer, concealer, and some mascara. Just very basic versus me doing the whole face, cake face and all. Today we're just gonna do something very basic. Please excuse my head bow. I couldn't find a headband. My daughter doesn't have one and I don't have one, and I didn't want to put my hair in a hair tie. I bought some new stuff for my hair, and my waves are very pretty today, so I just wanted to take advantage of the waves and just keep them looking pretty. Let me get my makeup and we'll be right back. First we're gonna put on this It primer, which is for pores. It's like a primer just to put on before you put on foundation, so I'm gonna go ahead and put it on. I just put on a little bit. I don't usually put on a whole lot. Just around my face, around really where my pores are. And I just put on a little bit, and I'm going to rub it all the way in, all over my face, just to make sure that I did get it in all of the areas that I need to get it, and just to make sure that my face is completely covered. I have pretty big pores around my cheeks and around my nose. I do have some pretty big ones. So I usually try to target those areas first, just to make sure that my pores are not super big. It doesn't really matter what face wash I use or what kind of moisturizer I use. I seem to still have pretty big pores on my face. I always have. You can see all the redness is usually where they're at right here. I haven't tried the Biore strips where it takes off your blackheads and stuff. I guess it's something I could try. I just haven't. Really tried it. You can see that I'm getting a pimple right here, which is not exactly fun for me. It's hurting my face, but that's okay. They come and go. Okay, so we're gonna let that dry, make sure it's all mixed in, make sure it's not wet anywhere. Seems like it's pretty well mixed in. And now I am going to put on this concealer. So this is CC cream. It's not super heavy foundation, and it's not it's full coverage, but it's cream. It's not super thick, which I really like for days that I'm not going anywhere. Normally I'll just put on like concealer here and here and here, just around my face where I feel like my problem areas are, and then I'll get my Bare Minerals and I'll buff it out with that powder. But today I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to put on this basic CC cream, and what I like about it is it's not super thick, one, and two, I feel like I can put it all around my face and I have no issues. Like I can, it's not, like I said, it's not a thick concealer, and I just rub it in with my fingers. I don't have to put a lot. I never put a lot. It's not super fragrant, which is nice, so my face doesn't smell crazy, I think. But I can put it on all over my face, and it's just like cream. I just rub it in really good. Make sure I get all of my areas that I need to get down my chin so that it matches on my forehead, and I just rub it in. Try to get my hairline really good, and just make sure that it's not super a lot, because it can change your face color depending on how much you put on and if it's not your color. This one blends really well with my skin, so when I put it on, it actually works really well. I'm gonna let it settle for a minute, but it covers my pores, it covers my face, it does pretty good with my acne if I have a lot. It really covers it pretty well, and it's not heavy. It's not meant to be heavy. It's just really a foundation cream, and it's good for your skin. It's a CC cream. My sister uses it also, so we both really enjoy it. It Cosmetics makes some pretty good products. I also have their, I believe I have their concealer, which I also really like. Let me just make sure that it's all blended and it's all rubbed in. I don't have a lot of creases and a lot of foundation that just built up around my face in certain areas. That's also not what you really want. So today I'm not going to put on any eyeshadow or anything. This is just my basic face on the go, in a hurry, just on the run. This takes me probably close to 10 minutes, maybe less, depending on what I'm explaining and all those things. See, with this one, you can still see my shine. Like, I don't really have to put on highlighter or anything. I kind of can just blend it, put it all over my mouth, put on my lip gloss, and go. I don't really need to spend time putting on highlighter and making my face not shiny. Like, I just put it on. It blends really well. I can wash it off with a towel, the excess that's on my hands, and it just stays on most of the day. My face is It can be oily, and since it's hot outside, it'll usually wear off pretty fast, but that's okay because I'm not going somewhere where I need to have it on all day long. I'm just simply putting it on just to conceal what I need to conceal for that moment in time, I guess you could say. So that's done. Now the next part that I have that I'm going to do is just put on mascara. I have always put on more than one mascara. So this one is Clinique High Impact. It's like a little tester one that I got for Christmas for my sister. This is Voluminous Lash Paradise. I really like this one. This one's compared to the Too Faced Better Than Sex. And I like this one because it's not expensive. It's cheap. You can buy it at the drugstore and it does pretty good. This Great Lash one, they've had it since I was teeny tiny. It's like monumental. It's been around for forever and ever. It works really good. It's also a little travel one. And then I have this Clinique High Impact Mascara, which I think is the big one of this one, which is pretty much the exact same thing. I'm not sure what the difference is in them, to be honest. They both came in like a tester thing that my sister got for me for Christmas like 2 years ago or something like that, and they still work just fine. So I use them like nothing. I love mascara. I think I have like 50 of them, and I always put on more than one. I have always put on more than one. Sometimes I'll put on 4 or 5, which right now I have 4. It just depends on my mood and how I feel like my eyelashes are looking as to how many I'll put on. I haven't really found that mascara that I put on that just makes my eyelashes pop like crazy the first layer that I put on. So I like to put on multiple and multiple and multiple, and I will keep adding and keep adding until I feel satisfied that I have enough on. And sometimes it's a lot, but that's fine. It washes off in the shower. And sometimes I'll do the bottom layer, and sometimes I won't. I have never really been good at perfecting putting on the bottom layer, and I always seem to touch my eye at some point, the bottom of my eye anyways. So I tend to not always put it on the bottom, mainly just the top. And sometimes it makes me sneeze, and sometimes it doesn't. It just really depends, I guess, on how long you keep your eye open. And I don't know why mascara makes you sneeze when you put it on. I have no idea, but sometimes it does. Sometimes it does make me sneeze, and then I have to redo it because I got it all over my face because my eyelashes are wet and I closed my eye. So this mascara works really well. I really like it. I don't know how long you're supposed to keep mascara, but I've had mine for not that long, I guess you could say, but it still works. It's still very wet. It's not dried out. I don't use them all the time, like I said. This is just my basic day-to-day look, and I think it lasts a long time. I've never had issues where it doesn't, or when it's dry you just throw it away, or when it dries out you leave it open, just throw it away. Buy new ones. I don't feel like you have to buy super expensive mascara for your eyes to look really good. A lot of brands have a lot of different ones that do a lot of different things. I'm not exactly sure what that entails or what that means, but mascara is mascara, I guess. Oh, this one just has a different brush. See? This is the Clinique one. Sorry, I can never put on mascara without keeping my mouth open. Some of these brands have a primer that you put on before you put on the mascara. If any of you guys have used the primer before you put on their brand of mascara, I'd like to know if it works better than just putting on the mascara flat. Like, does the primer boost your lashes? Does it make it bigger? Does it do a huge difference? If not, how do you feel about it? Like, what is the big difference in between either one? Because I don't have any primers that I've ever put on. I just buy the mascara. So if the primers give you a big eyelash boost, I'd like to know that. I'd like to know which brand you used and how it made your lashes feel before you put on that brand of mascara, or if you just have a primer and you use a different brand, just what it did for your lashes. Because I know sometimes they have some that they say that they boost the look of your lashes. Well, okay, how does it boost it? How do they look? Do they look bigger? Do they look fuller? What does it do for you? If you guys have tried it, comment below and which one you guys used and just the effects that you thought that it had. And if you have a go-to that you use all the time, I'd like to know that one too, just so that I can try it. So this is my basic makeup look. Mascara, foundation, like the CC cream, just basic makeup. And then I'm going to put on this lip gloss. This is LA Girl Gel Paint. And it's a lip gloss. I don't know what color this is. I don't know if it tells me. Oh, blushing. It's called blushing. And it's just a normal gloss. It's pretty bright, so I'm not going to put on a whole lot. I'm just going to rub it in once I put it on. Just because I don't want to put on a lot. It's going to like stick to my face a lot, and I don't really want that. So this is like a tinted lip gloss, I'm assuming. And see, I get all over my face whenever I do this. Stress me out. So this one doesn't come with an applicator, and I can't, as you can tell, I can't put on a lot because I'm very fair skinned. So once I put on a lot, it just gets everywhere, all over my face. And I have claws, so that also doesn't benefit me with putting it on. But I like this color. It's a pretty color. It's very, very tinted, so you really do not need a lot. It's supposed to be gloss, but I don't know if it dries. It just says extra glossy finish. So I'm not putting on a lot because I don't really need the gloss finish. I'm fine with just having it matte and just rubbing it into my lips, because I feel like the more gloss you need to have, the more you're going to have caked on, the better chance it's going to get on your teeth and just all over your face. So I only put on very, very, very small amounts. And like I said, I like to rub it in just to make sure that all my lips are covered and it's just not everywhere. I do not want it to be everywhere. And I don't want it to be on my teeth. So we just make sure that we barely have any. And now it turns my face pink in some areas. That's definitely what happens when you're fair skinned and you have like a lip gloss that's super, super, super bright like this one. So I'm just going to get a little bit of my foundation. A teeny, teeny, tiny bit, maybe. And I'm just going to rub it right here on the outside. And then all the way around. Just so that it kind of takes away that pinkish tint from the lip gloss that it gives you once you put it on. Okay, I think we're good. Just make sure I don't have it anywhere else. Alrighty, guys. Finally, I am going to put on this Make It Last spray, this Milani one. I have this one and I have the MAC Prep and Prime. I like both of them. I feel like they both work equally well. I don't notice a huge difference with either one. Unfortunately, I don't wear it a lot. I do use the Prep and Prime one for like my brushes when I'm going to put on eyeshadow or I'm going to put on eyeliner or something to make my brush wet so that it works easier as an applicator versus dry. I do use it for that. But like for my face, because I have such large pores and the makeup for me doesn't last all day long, it kind of wears off. These don't, they work. Yes, they make it look nice. They spray your face, make it last for a little bit, but it's never an all day thing for me. It's usually after a couple hours, it just kind of runs off my face, which is why I don't like to have a lot of makeup on all the time. Because then I feel like it sinks into my pores and I have a harder time washing it off at nighttime. So I only wear a lot of makeup every once in a great while when I feel like I need to. Like if I'm going somewhere special or I'm doing something crazy or it's my birthday or it's my kid's birthday, like we're going to a party, something like that. But like for everyday wear, this is normally how it looks. This is all you get. And sometimes I don't even do this. Sometimes I'm barefaced. It just really just depends on like if I feel like doing it that day. So I'm going to use this spray. I usually spray it first before I put it on just to make sure that it's not a buildup and I'm not going to get a full face of this stuff very close to me. So I usually push my arm a little bit further out and I just spray all over, make sure that I get my whole face covered, and then I'm going to let it dry. I'm going to like fan myself dry so it's not just hanging out in certain areas on my face because I don't want to have the wet look once it dries. But that is my very, very, very basic everyday just walk out the front door face makeup. Nothing crazy, nothing fancy. If you guys have a similar one, let me know in the description below. If you guys use different products that you're faithful to every single day, I'll put my products that I use every day. My lip gloss definitely changes. My mascara changes. Like I said, I have like 50 of them that I use. But for this video, I will put in the bottom the ones that I used. If you guys use them faithfully, let me know. If you liked the video, hit the like button. Thanks, guys.